So let's just go through the advantages this system has to offer, right? First of all, it's the cheapest entry one can have in the VR. It sets you back around $400, and then you get about 4 or 5 games, which I will break down in just a minute. But it's the cheapest entry, so that's one. You can take more expensive platforms like the Oculus Rift. This is $400. Something's got to give. Full stop. That means that resolution and frames per second are considerably lower than the Oculus Rift, right? For example, it's the cheapest entry, but you can actually feel, see, and notice that there has been a lot of thought in this and in the build. The way it slides over your head, the way you tighten it, the earplugs and the sounds are actually pretty good, and the resolution is okay. I believe from the top of my head, I will put it in the description, around 800-900p, what you get in resolution. It's fine, you know. It's the experience. It's not per se the resolution you're doing this for. The upgraded version of the VR, which is this one, this is the VR2, has the pass-through functionality. So what that is that in the, well, I would say in the earlier builds of this system, of this platform, you didn't have a pass-through function, meaning that the box, the set-top box you will get, where the PlayStation 4 will route his signal through and then to your television screen and to your set, your VR set, didn't have a pass-through function. So every time you wanted to play a normal game, you needed to, well, take everything out, put the HDMI back in your PlayStation 4, and then you could play the game. That is gone. It reroutes the signal perfectly right now. You don't have to unwind anything. So that's also a good advantage. You know, it's just plug and play. You pick it up, you play with it. Now, the experience with the games is, I was a bit worried on that front, because I've been disappointed more than once by Sony if it comes down to other platforms besides the console, PlayStation Portable, PlayStation Vita. I'm an early adopter of these things, and I've been let down more than once, especially on the PlayStation Vita, and the support, well, the lack of it is something that held me back for a long time on buying a PS4, PSVR. But you can really see that they've put their asses behind this one, in terms of build, in terms of games, in terms of experience, but also already the announcement that this VR glasses can be taken with you to the PlayStation 5. So it will care. Of course, there will be a new one coming out, but it's not that this one has no function anymore. Now, in terms of games, there are games I like, there are games I don't like, there are games that really show the potential, and games that could show the potential but not really giving it. The last one is without any doubt Resident Evil 7. It's the first genre that pops to mind when thinking about VR is horror genre, right? And Resident Evil 7 is highly optimized for that, but not entirely, from my perspective. It is fun though. It is fun. So, but the downside with this is it's not fluent. That means that if you want to turn around with your right joggle, it makes leaps of 30 degrees to the right, and then you can look around. Meaning that it sometimes flickers in your eyes, which is not really helpful for the fluentness, is that a word? Being a very fluent game. I'd rather play it just on my TV then. And the measurements were off. Also, my wife said, I've got a feeling I'm a giant in a midget house. So the measurements were also a bit off. Besides this, I got Skyrim, the Elder Scrolls VR. I've never played an Elder Scrolls game, can't comment on that. VR Golf is just a nice, fun little game. Didn't really stuck to me, but I can very imagine that people like those bowling and sports game. Playroom World, VR World. That's just a fun, small, I would say mini games. One of you sitting in a chair in a rocket ship and you need to shoot things down. You can shark dive in a cage, those kind of things. So small mini games just to give you a nice entry. But the one that absolutely stuck to me, and we're just playing it up until now, is Robots Rescue. The first time I started up, my initial thought was, that we've got that Playroom guy from when you just bought a PS4 and you had a camera and then you saw this robot running around in your own living room. It's an extreme amount of fun. It really is. It even got my wife gaming pretty hardcore lately. She constantly wants to play VR Robots Rescue. So it's about that small robot we all know from Playroom. His friends got more or less hijacked. They spread out to every world. It's a Mario type of game. You don't need not only retrieving your friends, but also the coins you need to collect. You need to fight bosses. You've got platforms, and you need to get back shields or equipment from your robot. The story is very cheesy, but it is such an extreme amount of fun that it actually puts a smile on your face when you run around in that world. And it's fluent, it's fun, it's a great platform, it's challenging as well. And it really showed the extreme amount of potential that's in this game, in this platform. So if you look at me, guys, I can fully advise or recommend you guys to buy a PlayStation VR. You can really notice that Sony is putting his ass behind this platform, that it's in here for the long run. VR is not just a gimmick, it is actually a fun thing to play with. And I'm very happy that I bought it. I must say I'm also maybe a bit disappointed that I not bought it anytime sooner than right now. So guys, let me know as always in the comments. Do you have a VR? Do you want a VR? Do you see advantages in it to buy it now? Considering the fact that you can take it with you to the PlayStation 5. I just wanted to give you my 2 cents. Hope to see you back here. If you're new here, like, subscribe, do your thing. I will see you either on Twitch or back here on the channel. For now, this was Moment 6 out.